Hello, Sporting Bet customers. How are you this week? I hope you haven't suffered one of those viruses that are doing the rounds that has knocked us out, a lot of us. But in any case, healthy again and looking forward to a weekend of fantastic football. Let's look first at a couple of games at the weekend. One that is intriguing and another one which is going to be key to the future of the title. The first one, of course, is Arsenal Blackburn. You would think usually Arsenal would just pass the ball around and convert their chances, but it's not as simple as that, is it? Arsene Wenger has already said that every game for Arsenal is like a cup final if they want to make it into the top four, and they need to get points here. I'm looking at some of the things that Arsenal have been doing. Been struck with one of those viruses allows you to catch up with a lot of football. So I've been seeing a lot of Oxlade-Chamberlain and reading about it as well, and it looks like it's become all like Walcott or him. Why not both? And is it really a problem that coincides with one being on form and the other one probably wasn't or isn't on form? I don't think it is. You've got two guys who are very fast. You've got two guys who play in wide positions, who can take on an opponent, 1 versus 1, which is the most difficult thing in football. And okay, in the case of Walcott, he should probably improve on his passing ability and his finishing, but he gets in those goal scoring places. And in case of Oxlade-Chamberlain, we're talking about a talent that we'll see how it goes. At the moment, he looks good, he goes sharp, and it looks like he's got perhaps something else than Walcott, but we will see. In any case, two great guys to have. And in the centre of the midfield, you've got this trio of Arteta, Song and Ramsey, which also can work well for Arsenal. It's not the Arsenal of old. It's not a dynamic midfield, if you like, but it's one that can keep control a bit better that they've been doing lately. So all in all, it looks like Arsenal should score. Van Persie should score again. It's going to be against a team that they've not kept a clean sheet in the last 14 games away from home. That's what I've got in my notes. So you can expect Arsenal to score. But I see deficiencies at Arsenal, the way they defend, and Blackburn has got this amazing stat that they create they've got the better ratio of chances created and goals scored away, so they don't need to create many chances to score away. I remember watching the game in Anfield, the Liverpool Blackburn, and they just didn't play well, Blackburn, but they managed to get a draw, if I'm not mistaken. So all in all, it's a team that has got good results lately as well. They beat in Manchester United, they beat in Fulham, and as I'm saying, that draw at Anfield against Liverpool, against Everton as well, they managed to get something. So don't be fooled by the fact that they probably won't play well. They seem to have a good team spirit despite all the criticisms and whatever else, and they seem to be getting certain results that give them or should give them a moral boost. This could be one of the places. I'm not sure how the score is going to go. It's difficult to predict. You can predict on goals scored at both ends for sure, and yellow cards. I think this tends to be a volatile encounter, doesn't it? Lots of yellow cards. How about that? But if you're brave, why not get money on Blackburn to get a point from here, which will be a big blow for Arsenal, of course. The other big game is Chelsea versus Manchester United, and it's huge for both sides, of course. What we got here? Well, there were very irritating draws against Chelsea, that is, against Wigan, against Fulham, Norwich, Swansea. They don't score freely. They only got, I think it's nil-tell, isn't it, on goal in the last 3 games. A striker hasn't scored for Chelsea since Didier Drogba did so against Aston Villa on New Year's Eve. Fernando Torres has gone 12 league games without a goal, which is his longest draw since he arrived in England. It doesn't look good. They do create the chances, but they do concede chances as well. I'm just going to go, again, I know you're going to say that, but I'm going to go for Fernando Torres to score. We've seen a Fernando Torres that, yes, he's struggling, there's no doubt of that. He's putting a lot of effort into training. I've seen training. I see how hard he works. Just needs a little bit of luck. I'm not saying that will then start a run of 12 goals in 12 games as he used to when he came out of bad runs. but something that gives him a little bit of hope. He needs to be, to go through all these. You have to be strong, mentally very, very strong. He's going through it. He keeps going through it, but he needs that bit of luck. You can see his body language when he misses a chance or when something doesn't come good or hits the post. Just needs that bit of luck. See what comes out of that. See what happens after that luck comes to him. We did say that this time of the year it was going to be key for him because he was going to play most of the games. He hasn't scored, so he does need to score, because if he doesn't, then Drogba comes in and then the confidence won't grow. It is a key moment. I said that as well, a key moment for his career, not just for this season. If he ends up this period without Drogba not scoring, then anything can happen, but probably not very positive. So let's hope that he does score, because I see a talent just drying, and I'm sure there's more inside him than we are seeing. But anyway, it's interesting as well that while we're seeing what it is really a transitional period in Chelsea, in the meantime they've lost as many times in the last 7 league games, which is 3 losses that they'd had in the previous 53 matches at Stamford Bridge. So it is a team that's still not Villas-Boas' team. And let's say that Chelsea, if you take that Chelsea are building for next season, that they have a team in mind that they will create with signings that they will arrive in the summer, with some of the playing and work that they're putting in training that will shape who is there at the moment, but will be helped by the people that are coming in. You can easily guess that for Chelsea the priority this year is to be top four and do well in the Champions League, but build for next year. In the meantime, it's got to be top 4, and it's possible top 3 as well, and if it's possible, get closer to the top 2. But despite all these rumours about Jose Mourinho coming to Stamford Bridge, I can see in the club the faith in what Villas-Boas is doing. I just don't picture Villas-Boas being sacked at the end of the season. No, because I'm hearing what people are saying at the club. I'm seeing the work that's put by everybody, and I'm seeing the difficult task that everybody's got. So I don't think he will be sacked. I don't think Mourinho will go to Chelsea next season, even though the rumours will keep coming, and you know where they're coming from. But I see the club having a more strict line on what they want to do. Anyway, the Chelsea got problems on the left back as well, with Ashley Cole being missing, and not only he's one of the ones adding width to a team that hasn't got enough width, but also he will be a good defender against Valencia. So Manchester United have got an advantage here. They're not playing well. They are solid though. They created not a lot, but they actually score. So I don't know. This could be a low goal scoring draw, like a 1-1 perhaps. I think they both teams don't want to lose, and that's probably what will happen. It will be intense. It will be furious. Perhaps one red card, lots of yellows, but how about a draw? And of course, Terry missing is not going to be a great help to Chelsea. What else? Let's have a look at the Spanish game. Saturday, these great games on Sky Sports. So I bet you all Sporting Bet customers will be having a look at it. Michael Laudrup will be in charge of the punditry on that occasion. I'll be with Jerry on Sunday on Sky Sports for the other games. But on Saturday we've got Getafe Real Madrid and Barcelona Real Sociedad starting at 7 o'clock. So Getafe is a team that used to pass the ball a lot, but used to be a little bit ineffective. Now with Luis Garcia is more direct, but still they haven't got enough quality up front. And Barcelona may have turned a corner against Valencia. They were going down in mental strength, down in physical strength, and of course even the 2-2 draw at the Camp Nou against Real Madrid in the Cup suggested that the team was weak. And then they come and play one of the best games they played this season against Valencia in the first leg of the Cup this midweek. Don't miss the second leg, because that will be key to what happens to both teams, Valencia and Barcelona, the rest of the season. But in any case, Guardiola is taking it as an opportunity to say to his players, we're there. We can do it. It would be different names. Xavi didn't play, for instance. Cesc played in a more central position, and it did work. They controlled the game, especially in the second half. They did play well, actually, and as I'm saying, that they're taking that as a sign that the team has recovered. We will see. Perhaps Getafe is not the best test for it, but we will see in the second leg of the semi-finals if they're actually as good as they have been, and if they can continue that level now that the Champions League is soon returning as well. And sorry, I got it all wrong, didn't I? It's Getafe Real Madrid. Never mind. Take what I say about Barcelona, put it at the Camp Nou because they're playing against Real Sociedad, and then just it's the same thing. They're playing at home where they hardly concede, where they score lots of goals. As I'm saying, they feel like they're turning a corner. And Real Sociedad, they're playing well, actually. They're playing well, and they're very, very, very solid. The 11 seems to be the same one. They're very good in counter-attack, so they will scare Barcelona, especially if they play with a back three. But if they don't, if they play with a back four, which I think is what they should be doing more often. Anyway, if they do, it would be a better way to stop Real Sociedad. When they play with three at the back, some of the players feel that they are too exposed. So Guardiola, I'm sure he'll listen to that, and when the big games come, they start changing it. But contrary to what I said about Getafe, Real Sociedad would be a good test for Barcelona. And Getafe plays Real Madrid, which is interesting that Real Madrid are playing, I think it's 5 games in Madrid, 3 at home, and then against Rayo and against Getafe, so they won't have to travel far just before the Champions League returns. And as I'm saying, Getafe, they actually used to keep the ball a lot, now they're more direct, but this Real Madrid, they're just far too good for practically anybody at the moment. They're confident. Di Maria may come back. Xabi Alonso is okay as well. So there's only Khedira missing, and Marcelo perhaps as well. But generally, it's just a very strong team that should beat Getafe easily. I think they struggled in these games, Real Madrid, in the past, but in this occasion, I think they will win. So that's it. As I still got a bit of temperature, I'll go to bed for a bit longer and hope to be okay for the weekend. But in the meantime, thank you for listening, and talk to you soon. Bye.